Hello, I'm Dr. Amy. Loneliness is a universal human emotion, complex and unique to each individual. It's a deep-seated emotion that goes beyond mere physical solitude. It's an intricate tapestry of feelings that weave together a sense of disconnection, invisibility, and silence, even the presence of others. Loneliness is like an echo in a cavernous hall, where our longing for connection bounces off the walls, only to return to us, amplified and unfulfilled. It's a state of mind that can be experienced even amidst the largest crowd, for it's not about the absence of people, but the absence of meaningful connections that truly resonate with us. Picture this. You're in a room full of people engaged in lively conversations, laughter echoing around you, yet you feel an inexplicable void as if you're on the outside looking in. This, my friends, is what loneliness can feel like. It's not just about being alone, it's about feeling alone. Indeed, loneliness is a universal phenomenon, affecting people of all ages, genders, and walks of life. It doesn't discriminate. It's a signal, a cry from within our hearts and minds, indicating that something integral to our existence is missing. It's our inner self yearning for genuine social engagement, for feeling seen, heard, and valued. Now, to help us understand this better, let's hear from an expert. They say loneliness is not merely a state of solitude. It's a perception of social isolation that impacts our mental and physical health. This perception can create a chasm between us and the world, leaving us feeling estranged and detached. So when we talk about loneliness, we're not just talking about solitude or a lack of companionship. We're talking about a deeper sense of isolation, a feeling of being adrift in a vast sea of disconnection. It's a complex emotion that can have profound impacts on our overall well-being. But remember, recognizing and understanding this feeling is the first step towards addressing it. Loneliness is not merely a state of solitude. It's a perception of social isolation that impacts our mental and physical health.
The effects of loneliness can be profound, affecting our mental health, leading to anxiety, depression, and a decrease in self-esteem. It's like a silent whisper in your ear, reminding you of the disconnect, the absence of social interaction that we, as humans, crave. Imagine a ripple in a pond, how it starts small but quickly expands, reaching the farthest edges. Loneliness behaves similarly, beginning as a small, isolated feeling and radiating outward, affecting every part of our lives. On a mental level, loneliness can lead us down a slippery slope of negative emotions. It can make us anxious about our place in the world, trigger feelings of sadness, and erode our self-esteem. It's a vicious cycle. The lonelier we feel, the more we retreat into our shells, further exacerbating our sense of isolation. But loneliness doesn't just inhabit our minds, it also takes a toll on our bodies. Like an unwelcome guest, it settles in and wreaks havoc on our physical health. Studies have shown that chronic loneliness can lead to an increased risk of heart disease, a leading cause of death worldwide. The constant stress and anxiety of feeling alone can put undue strain on our hearts, making them work harder and potentially leading to serious health issues. Stroke, another major health concern, has also been linked to loneliness. The stress hormones released when we feel lonely can increase blood pressure and contribute to inflammation, both risk factors for stroke. And let's not forget our immune system, the body's defense force. It appears loneliness can weaken it, making us more susceptible to infections and diseases. It's as though our body mirrors our emotional state, feeling the impact of our isolation. It's clear that loneliness is not just an emotional experience but a whole-body response. It's a signal from our body and mind, telling us that something is missing, that we crave connection. Physically, the strain can be just as severe, with studies linking loneliness to heart disease, stroke, and decreased immune function. Loneliness, it seems, is a battle fought on multiple fronts, but it's a battle we don't have to fight alone. There are ways to combat this silent epidemic, and we'll explore them in the next section. The journey out of loneliness begins with understanding that it's okay to feel this way. You're not alone in feeling alone. There are steps we can take to rebuild our connections. First, it's crucial to acknowledge your feelings. Accept that you're experiencing loneliness. It's a common human emotion, and it's perfectly okay to feel this way. Often we tend to suppress our feelings or judge ourselves for feeling lonely, but acknowledging these feelings is the first step towards addressing them. Next, once we've acknowledged our feelings, the second step is to reach out. You don't have to navigate these feelings alone. Reach out to family, friends, or even communities that share your interests. Sometimes a simple conversation can make a world of difference. It's like building a bridge over turbulent waters, one conversation at a time. But reaching out is just one part of the equation. The third step is to engage in activities that bring you joy, fulfillment, and a sense of purpose. This could be anything from painting, playing a musical instrument, gardening, to even volunteering at a local charity. Activities that you love not only help distract you from feelings of loneliness, but also connect you to like-minded individuals who share your passions. Now, while these steps can be effective, there might be instances when loneliness feels overwhelming. It seems like a heavy cloud that just won't lift. And that's okay. It's okay to seek help. That brings us to the fourth step, seeking professional help. Therapists, counselors, and mental health professionals can provide strategies to cope with loneliness. They can help you navigate your feelings, identify potential triggers, and equip you with tools to manage and overcome loneliness. Remember, seeking help isn't a sign of weakness. It's an act of courage. It's about taking control of your life and making a conscious decision to seek happiness and fulfillment. If you're feeling lonely, know that there's a world of support out there, ready to help you rebuild your connections. It all starts with acknowledging your feelings, reaching out to others, engaging in activities you love, and seeking professional help when necessary. And remember, it's not about eradicating loneliness completely. It's about learning to navigate it, to understand it, and to use it as a catalyst for growth and deeper connection. So, let's embark on this journey together. Let's acknowledge our feelings, reach out, engage, and seek help when necessary. Because no matter how lonely we feel, we're never truly alone in our loneliness. In our quest to overcome loneliness, we learn the power of community and connection. The journey out of loneliness isn't a solitary one. It's a shared voyage, a collective endeavor. We, as social creatures, thrive on connections. We flourish when we are seen, heard, and understood. We are all unique threads in the tapestry of humanity, and every single thread adds to the richness and vibrancy of the overall picture. Loneliness, in its essence, is a call to reconnect. It's a beacon guiding us back to the warmth of companionship. And how do we answer this call? We answer it by embracing the strength of our communities, by forming and nurturing connections. Communities can take many forms. They may be our families, our friends, our colleagues, or even groups of people we meet online who share our passions and interests. Communities are the catalysts for connection, the antidote to isolation. They offer us a sense of belonging, a feeling of being part of something bigger than ourselves. And connections, they're the invisible threads that bind us together. They're forged through shared experiences, mutual respect, empathy, and understanding. Connections are the bridges we build between our own inner world and the world outside. There are lifelines in times of loneliness. But building these connections requires effort, vulnerability, and courage. It requires us to open up, to extend our hand, to reach out to others. It requires us to step out of our comfort zones, to engage in the world around us, to participate actively in our communities. And as we do so, as we venture out and connect, we find that our solitary moments begin to transform. They become opportunities for growth, for learning, for companionship. We find that our loneliness, once a source of pain, becomes a catalyst for building a more connected, compassionate world. So let's embrace the power of community and connection. Let's answer the call of loneliness, not with despair, but with hope and action. Let's create a world where no one has to feel alone, a world where everyone feels seen, heard, and connected. By opening up, reaching out, and taking part, we can transform our solitary moments into opportunities for growth and companionship. Loneliness is a journey through shadowed valleys, but it is also a path leading us toward the light of deeper connections. We've explored the complex nature of this universal emotion, its potential impacts on our mental and physical well-being, and how it can affect anyone, irrespective of age, gender, or social standing. We've also looked at strategies to overcome loneliness, starting with acknowledging our feelings, reaching out to others, engaging in activities that resonate with us, and seeking professional help when needed. In essence, we've learned that loneliness is not just a state of solitude, but a signal from our body and mind that something is missing, a craving for social connection. It's a call to action, urging us to bridge the gap of isolation and forge meaningful connections. Thank you for joining us in exploring the landscape of loneliness. Remember, it's okay to reach out, to seek help, and most importantly, to believe in the power of connection. Together, we are never truly alone.
Thank you for watching today's video on mental health with Dr. Amy. If you found our content helpful, please consider taking a moment to support our channel. Here's how you can help. Subscribe to our channel. Click the subscribe button below. This way, you won't miss out on our weekly videos designed to help you with your mental health journey. Like this video, if you enjoyed what you watched, please give us a thumbs up. It helps more people find our content and supports our mission to spread mental health awareness. Leave a comment. We love hearing from you. Share your thoughts, experiences, or any questions you might have in the comments section. Your feedback is invaluable to us and helps shape our future content. Share on social media. Help us reach more people by sharing this video on your social media platforms. Every share makes a big difference in building a supportive community around mental health. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. Together, we can make a difference. For more tips, strategies, and discussions on mental health, stay tuned to Mental Health with Dr. Amy. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other.